أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Now, so this is the continuation of الفعل الثلاثي المزيد بحرف. So they increased three letter verb by one letter. So we've done we said it's divided into three, which is af'ala, fa'ala, and fa'ala. We've done the af'ala in terms of its meaning and in terms of its conjugation. So today, inshallah, we're looking at fa'ala and fa'ala. So we are going to look at the meaning of fa'ala and how to conjugate any verb under this template, and also fa'ala. We have fa'ala. Fa'ala, as I said in the previous lesson, that the increased letter in this fa'ala is what is the double letter that is here. Is one of the double letter that is here. We have two ain here, and the increased letter is what is the is one ain, which is represented with what, with the shadda that is there. So the meaning of this fa'ala, uh, the ashhar ma'anihi, the most used meaning for fa'ala is what is liteksir. Actually, this template has a lot of meaning, or it has a lot of meaning, but the uh, widely used meaning for it, which the verbs under it are mostly translated, is what is liteksir. Liteksir fil. So it's used for teksir fil, that is performing an action massively, increasingly. When you perform an action a lot, you keep repeating performing the action, then uh, that is what that is to kafir. It means to kafir fil. You are performing it abundantly, you are performing it massively. So let's look at the example. We have jawala. Jawala. Jawala means to roam about, to tour. When you are touring, you are moving from one place to another. You are mobile. So this is where you can see jawala. That is where we get our mobile phone. Mobile phone is called what? Al jawal. Mobile phone. So you can see jawal. So when you are mobile, you are moving from one place to another. Then when you are roaming about, just going from one place to another, from another place, you are just going all about. You are roaming about. Then you are performing that action extensively. Mm. So that is where the verb is from. Jawala. I. It means jawala means I. Akthar al jawalan. He made the act of roaming about. He made it a massive one. It made it an abundant one. So akthara, to do that thing a lot. So by making what? By making the act of roaming about, the act of touring around, by making it extensively. So that is jawala. We have other examples, which is what one of them is galako. Galako. You know, we have ordinarily we have the verb which is galako. Galakol baba. He closed the door. Galakol baba. You close the door. You can just jam the door like this. And that is when you say galako. So when you close the door and you still padlock the door in such a way that nobody can open it except you give them access to it, then that is galako. You perform that act of closing the door, you perform it extensively. I hope you are getting what I'm saying. So galako, you close that door in a way that nobody can open it. That is why the Quran said wa galakotil abewab. That is, Zuleika closed the door, like he jammed it and closed it with padlock in such a way that nobody can open it. Wagalakotil abewab. So closing the door is different from what? Is different from padlocking it. So when you close the door, ordinarily close it in such a way that someone can open it, then that one is galakon. So when you close the door in such a way that nobody can open it except they have the padlock. That is what? That is galakon. You perform that action massively. I hope you are following. We have another one which is Tawfa. Tawfa means to make a lot of tawaf. To make a lot of tawaf. So ordinarily we have Tawfa. Tawfa means to make tawaf. To make tawaf. Tawfa bil Kaaba. Tawfa hawla al Kaaba. So it tawaf the Kaaba. So when you now tawaf the Kaaba a lot, when you do it extensively, that is when you say what? Tawafa. Wa tawafa al Kaaba. It tawaf the Kaaba a lot. It tawaf it morning, afternoon. So that is when you perform it. But if you just do it ordinarily, like how the Arabs do, like when they go to the Kaaba, they just do like 7 tawaf and they leave. That one is tougher. But we Nigerians and some other African countries, when we go there, we just make sure we use all our time doing the tawaf. Tawafing morning, afternoon, night. So that one is what? That one is tetwi. That one is tawafa. So if you perform the action extensively, is tawafa. So this is the meaning that goes with what with the litekfir fulfill. And I said earlier we have other meaning also, which is not performing something extensively or massively. You just translate it honorably. I'm not going to explain the meaning now, but you just know the normal meaning for the verb. We have allama. Allama means to teach. To teach someone. This one does not imply you teaching that person a lot and no. It's just the normal meaning for alima. Alima for allama. So alima is from allama is from alima. Alima means he knew. Sorry. Alima means he knew. Okay, let's say let's relate it to the Madi. Let's say to know rather. To know. Alama to know. So alama is now what? Is now to teach. Here now the person is not knowing that in himself, is someone that is teaching him. But here the person know that in himself. Alima Zaidun and Nahawa. Zaidu knew okay, Alima Zaidun Abahu. Zaidu okay, let me use the Nahaw. Alima Zaidun and Nahawa. Zaid knew Nahaw. He knew grammar. He knew grammar. So if I now say Allama. Allamal Ustazu Zaidan and Nahawa. So Ustaz taught Zaid Nahaw. You can see we have two maf'ul there. Why do we have two maf'ul? We have two maf'ul because the alima already itself have what as a maf'ul, one maf'ul. Then by increasing it with one letter, we have two maf'ul. That is why Zaid is maf'ul and Nahu is also maf'ul in that statement. So we say what? Allama al-ustazu Zaidan and Nahawa. Zaidan is taking fatha because it's maf'ul awal, and Nahwa is also taking fatha because it is what is maf'ul bihi thani. I hope you get that. So definitely this the increase in this allama is not to be translated as what as is not working as taksir. It's working as what ta'diya, like the one of the af'ala. But I don't want to dwell into that because we just tag the meaning taksir in this context. So but you should know that the meaning here is not the taksir is what is the ta'diya. In the case of the allama. So allama means to teach. to teach. Allama al-insana ma lam ya'lam. Can you see that? So allama to teach, but alima to know. Alima to know. It's not alama, it's alima to know. So we have labba. Labba. I also bring this to differentiate between the salim and the sahih salim and what and other mutal verb. So you can see the yaw here. This one is a nakis verb. Labba. Labba means to answer a call. To answer a call. So when you go to haram now, maybe you go and perform hajj. That means what? Labba. You have do talbiyah. You have answered the call of your Lord. That's why he said labbaika, labbaika Allahumma labbaik, labbaika. This is where the labbaika is from. Labba, when you answer a call. So labbaika Allahumma labbaik, labbaika la sharika laka labbaik. So that is where the labbaika is from. So labba means to answer a call. So let's look at how to conjugate all these verbs. Let's look at how to conjugate them. So now tasrifu fa'ala, conjugation of the fa'ala verb. The fa'ala verb. So we have this thing madi mudari mazhar fa'il ism maf'ul amr an-nahy. So now the normal conjugation template is this fa'ala. Fa'ala. And this template I want to mention now, I want to bring now, is the one you'll be following to conjugate all your fa'ala verb. Hasana, jammala, ba'ada, qarraba. Once you put it under this template, you'll be able to get all the madi mudari mazhar fa'il and so on. So what you need now is for you to take notes and memorize and study these templates. It's very important. So we have fa'ala. The mudari is what? Yufa'ilu. Yufa'ilu. The mudari is what? Taf'ilan. Taf'ilan ism fa'il. Mufa'ilun ism maf'ul. Mufa'ilun amr. We have fa'il is sukun, that should be here. Fa'il. Then we have la tufa'il. La tufa'il. So this is the template for conjugation of what? Any fa'ala verb that we see. Just put it under this template, then you are good to go. So let's see. We have jawwala, as we said. Jawwala, he roamed about, or he tore around. So anyone you like, because a verb does not have only one. A lot of verb. A verb can have a lot of meaning depending on the one you want to use it for. So jawwala, he wandered about. So the mudari is what? Yujawilu. Yujawilu. The masdar tajwila. You can see all these things are following the template. They are following what? The general template. So taf'ilan, tajwilan. Are you following? So the act of roaming about. So mujawwilun, mufa'ilun, mujawwilun. One who is roaming about. Then mujawwalun. That's this maf'ul. Mufa'alun, mujawwalun. The place that the person is roaming about. So we have jawwil, roam about. La to jawwil, don't roam about. So that's that. Another verb you have Gallako. Gallako means to lock, to lock or to jam something, something that nobody can open. So gallako, a lock. You galliku, he locks or is locking. Teglik, on the act of locking. Mugallik, the person who lock. Mugallak, that which is locked. Gallik, lock. La to gallik, don't lock. Labba, he answered. So the way we do the conjugation of these two silent verbs is going to be different from the way I'm going to conjugate this labba because of the kind of verb it is. Is alif maksura is not here. Is not here. Is alif maksura that should be there. Labba. So labba, he answered a call. It might not be a ring. It might not be a phone call. Okay, so he answered the call. So Yulabi, Yulabi, he answers a call. So Telbiyatan, Telbiyatan. So the act of answering a call or the act of responding. Telbiya, the act of responding. So Mugallik, Mulabin, Mulabin, one who is answering a call. Mulabba, the call which is answered. Labbi, answer. I hope you get this place. You know, ordinarily this one takes sukun. Here there is sukun. Here there is sukun. Why there is no sukun here? No sukun here. Why? The sukun is represented with the ya that we eliminated here. Ordinarily it's supposed to be labbi, labbi, but they represent the sukun by eliminating this what? This yeah. That is why it's like that. So labbi, answer a call. La to labbi, don't answer. Don't answer. So that is that. Let's move to fa'ala. And that's the last one in this mazid sulasi harfi. Now fa'ala now is used for al-musharaka bayna ithnayn. Al-musharaka bayna al-ithnayn. So for participation bayna ithnayn, between two individuals. Between two individuals. So if I want to say I and so person did something, then I should use what? I should use this template. That is, I'm doing it and he's also what? And he's also doing it. That is, we are both partaking in that action. We are both participating in that what? In the occurrence of that action. So let's see the example. Jalastu Zaidan. Jalastu Zaidan. You know, jalasa means to sit. Here is not meaning to sit ordinarily. It means you are sitting with. Jalastu, I sat with Zaid. Jalastuhu, I sat together with him. That is, I jalastu ana. That is, I sat. Jalastu, I sat. Ana, I myself, I sat. Wajalasa Zaid, and also Zaid sat. It means what? We are both partaking in that action. I'm partaking, Zaid is also partaking. I am sitting, he is sitting. So we sat together. I sat with him. So jalastu Zaidan. So fayun sabu del badi nisbat al fa'iliyya. So we take the person that's starting the action. Here we starting the action in jalastu Zaidan is the two that is starting the action. So the two is the body. The two is what? Is the person who is starting the action. Walil muqabil. So we take the body nisbat al fa'iliyya. We take it for the fa'il. So we say the two is the fa'il. Walil muqabil nisbat al maf'ul. And the person who is receiving the action, the second person, nisbat al fa'iliyya. We take the second person as what? As the maf'ul bihi. So Zaid is the maf'ul bihi because it's the muqabil. the person you are sitting with. Though he's sitting by himself, he's also sitting. Ordinarily, you are sitting, you are performing an action, and he is also performing an action. But you are going to relate the first person, the first person that come after the verb, you are going to relate it with what? With fa'il. And the second person, which is Zaid in this statement, you are going to relate it with what? With maf'ul bihi. You take it as maf'ul bihi. So jalastu Zaidan, jalasa fi'l madi. Then two is a domir, but is what? Is in place of what? Fa'il. Then Zaidan is in place of maf'ul bihi. But ordinarily, they are both performing the action together. So فإذا كان أصل الفعل لازما, so if the source of a verb, if the origin of a verb is what? Is lazim, is an intransitive verb, صار بهذه الصيغة متعادية, it will become a transitive verb with this what? With this template. بهذه, which is template? This fa'ala template. The verb is going to become what? A transitive verb with the help of this template. You know, jalasa is what? Jalasa ordinarily is what? Is a lazim verb, is an intransitive verb. By adding alif to it to become jalasa, the intransitive verb now became what? Became a transitive verb, muta'addi. So that is that's on the explanation of fa'ala. So let's look at the example. We have al-amsila qatala. Qatala is from qatala, which means qatala means to kill somebody. So when we now say qatala, it means they are killing themselves literally, but technically you are not going to say they are killing themselves, because before killing occurs, before we see killing, there must be what? There must be a fight. So they are fighting, which will later result to killing. So qatala means fighting. They are both fighting. Qatala Zaidun Umara. Zaid is fighting with what? With Umar. So it means what? Zaid is fighting with Umar, and Umar is also fighting with Zaid. They are both fighting each other. They are both participating. They are both partaking in the occurrence of the action. So qatala, we have that. We have khasoma. Khasoma means to quarrel. To quarrel with someone. When you are quarreling with someone, you are talking, you are abusing, you are quarreling with him. He is also what? Quarreling with you. Khasoma. I hope you are getting the musharaka, the participation in the verb. So let's say another one. We have hadora. Hadora means to lecture. To lecture somebody. You are lecturing him, is also receiving lecture from you. So you are lecturing him. Maybe you are teaching him something. That's why you have muhadara, lecture, and we have muhadir. Our muhadir for today, our lecturer for today, is so person. It's from hadara. We have ataba. Ataba means to abuse. To abuse. So when two persons are abusing themselves, now we say what? Ataba lagbaja. So ataba fulanun Umara. Ataba Zaidun Ahmada. So Zaid is abusing Ahmad, but in the case of this kind of template, you should know, as a sorfi, you should know that is what is musharaka. They are both abusing themselves. So ataba, we have nada. Nada means to call. This one is not musharaka, it's just a normal verb. So nada. So when you call somebody, you are doing it. That when you say nada, that means you are calling somebody. Nadaitu, I called him. Al munada, the called. Al munadi, the one who is calling. If I say nadaitu kal ustaz, ustaz is calling you. So that is that one. So let's look at how to conjugate all these verbs. So let's look at it. We have the normal templates. Fa'ala, this is a template for fa'ala verb. So take note of it. Fa'ala. So the mudari is what? Yufa'ilu. The masdar here, we have three masdars. Which a verb can have the three masdar, and a verb can at times have one or two masdar. But the other ones we've done, the masdar is only one. The af'ala masdar is what? If'alan, and that is the only masdar af'ala has. If'alan, and also fa'ala has only one masdar, which is what? Tef'ilan. But in the case of fa'ala, it has three masdars. So some verb has the three masdars, and some have only one or two masdars out of the three. So depending on the kind of verb. But these the three masdar we have: mufa'alatan, fi'alan, fi'alan. So mufa'alatan, fi'alan, or fi'alan. So these are the three masdars we can get from fa'ala. So you have ismu fa'il, which is mufa'ilun, ismu maf'ul, mufa'alun, amr, fa'il, nahy, la tufa'il. La tufa'il. We have ta here. That is a mistake. Ta bitumma. La tufa'il. So let's see the verbs. Qatala. Qatala, he fought with somebody. You should know there is musharaka. So he fought. So yufa'ilu is fighting or he fights. Yuqatilu is fighting or he fights. So muqatalatan or kitalan or kital. Anyone you like, you can choose it. But the verb itself has the three masdars. It has muqatalatan, it has kitalan, it has kitalan. So this one is what? Is the fighting itself, the act of fighting. Kital, al-kital. Kital, the act of what? Fight. That is the fight itself. So muqatil is the one who is fighting. So muqatal is the person who is fighting with. Qatil, fight. La tuqatil, don't fight. So khasama, he quarreled. Yukhasimu is quarreling. Khisaman. This one can also be mukhasamatan or khisamun. It doesn't have khisaman. No, it's either mukhasamatan or khisaman. But the popular one, the most used one is what? Is the khisam. Al khisam, quarrel, the act of quarreling. So khisaman, the act of quarreling. Mukhasim, the person who is quarreling. Mukhasamun, one who is quarreled with. So khasim, quarrel, la to khasim, don't quarrel. You have nada, he called. You know, he is calling or he calls. Nida'an. So I hope you get where is it nida'an from? Among the masdar, which template is the fi'alan template? Nida'an, fi'alan. So is this yeah that is changed to what? To Hamza. You know it's supposed to be nidayan, like khisaman. It's supposed to be nidayan, but the ya will be changed to what? To Hamza, to become what? Nidaan. So that is that. We have munadin. We are using tenwin. That is why we have the ya that's supposed to be here is eliminated, because we are using what? Tenwin. We erase the ya. But if we are using marifa like al munadi, we have to add the ya to it. Al munadi. Is either you say munadin with tenwin, or you say what? Al munadi. Al-munadi with the ya there. The ya should be there. Yeah. So munadan. Also munadan, or you say what? Al-munada. That is the called. So munadin is the caller, and the munada is the what? Is the called. The person who is called. So then nadi, call. Nadi al-muallim, call the teacher. Nadi talib, call the student. So la tunadi, that is what? Don't call. Don't call. I hope you understand this lesson and the conjugation of the af'ala, fa'ala, and the fa'ala. So make sure you practice on it and build yourself on the conjugation is very, very important, and do a lot and a lot of practice. Try to know the templates by memorizing them and study them, like af'ala, yuf'il, if'ala, muf'il, muf'al, af'ila, tuf'il, fa'ala, yufa'ilu, taf'ilan, mufa'il, mufa'al, fa'ila, tufa'il, fa'ala, yufa'ilu, mufa'alatan, fi'alan, fi'alan, mufa'ilun, mufa'alun, fa'ila, tufa'il. Then if you know that, then you are good to go in conjugating anywhere. And also, by knowing this template, you can be able to reverse a verb back. If you want to revise qatil back now, qatil, that if I ask you where is qatil from, you should be able to give me that it's from qatala. If you want to revise mukhasam back, firstly, if you are good in the conjugation, you should know mukhasam is another template of ism maf'ul, mufa'al, mukhasam. By this alif, this fatha, it's taking fatha here and it's taking kasra here. The kasra one is the ism fa'il, and the fatha one is what? Is maf'ul. So when you want to take this kalma back, mukhasam, back to the normal madi, you should know firstly that the mukhasam is an ism maf'ul. Is an what? Ism maf'ul. So definitely it should be what? It should be from what? Fa'ala. That is what? That is khasama. So you can never know this except you have mastered it. You have conjugated a lot and a lot and a lot of verbs under this kind of template. So may Allah make it easy, but help yourself by reading and practicing a lot. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.